If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new album in the description. Beyoncé is dropping her new album, Renaissance, on July 29th, and I recently, about a couple of days ago, made a video with everything that you need to know about this new album and the information, evidence, and details we have on this album. So if you haven't yet, make sure after this video you go check out that video, because all the other information is packed into that one. But today I wanted to talk about an announcement that she made. She posted the album cover. That's basically what happened, and she also wrote a couple of words to it. So today we're going to jump straight into that and see what we can tell about the album so far. So we know that this album is dropping on the 29th. We've gotten the whole release through title, just like I just showed y'all, and the fact that she's announced this over a month before the album is actually dropping, I think she announced it on June 16th, is quite different. Something that Beyoncé hasn't really done in the past that much. For example, for Lemonade or the self-titled, it was more of a surprise release, or like a very spontaneous, just like short-term release schedule that she had. But this time around, she actually wants to do a real rollout for this thing. So far we've gotten the announcement. About 5 days later, we got the first single. We got, for example, also her starring on the cover of British Vogue. That kind of gave us a first glimpse into this. In the interview for that cover, she talked about the album. She gave us some more details on it, what the music is going to sound like, what the inspiration behind it is. I go over all of that in that other video, but I just want to tell y'all that this time around it's an actual big rollout. So at some point we're going to get the album cover and we're going to get the track list, and the first of which we got today. So she took to Instagram, to Twitter, to all of the social medias to post this. This is the album cover. This is the album cover for Beyoncé Renaissance, her new album after 6 years. We can see her, sitting on top of this like holographic horse. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty realistic also. She's sitting there in a very, scarce outfit, I would like to say, with just a, black background. It looks pretty cool. The foreground with her sitting on the horse, it really stands out, against the black background. That's what a black background does, but just because illuminated that way and stuff like that. So that is going to be the album cover, but there is a twist to it, I believe, because when you look at the caption, she said Act 1 Renaissance July 29th. And we're going to go into what she said and kind of explained in a second. I just want to say that the fact that she now also added Act 1 to it pretty much confirms that there is more to come with this album. This is likely not going to be the entirety of the album. This is only going to be the first act, as she said, and we're going to get more as we, just progress in the rollout for this thing, or even after this thing already came out. Now, on the Apple Music page, it still says that this album is going to have 16 tracks, and it's going to be just this one, no Act 1, no nothing, but I believe there will be an Act 2, otherwise there wouldn't be an Act 1. So I guess that's the whole point behind this, and this album cover is only the cover for the first act. Let me say it like that. But let's actually look at what she said in the caption for this. She said, "Creating this album allowed me a place to dream and to find escape during a scary time for the world. It allowed me to feel free and adventurous in a time when little else was moving. My intention was to create a safe place, a place without judgment, a place to be free of perfectionism and overthinking, a place to scream, release, feel freedom. It was a beautiful journey of exploration. I hope you find joy in this music. I hope it inspires you to release the wiggle, and to feel as unique, strong, and sexy as you are." So in here we get a couple of more empowering words. This really also embodies what the single Break My Soul was all about, breaking free of a lot of negativity and embracing a more positive mindset and moving forward in life with that. So this is, you can already kind of tell that whole theme going on right there. Also, a lot of the stuff that she's talking about here with creating something in the time when, a lot of was like shut down and stuff like that, that directly correlates to the comments that she made, concerning quarantine and the COVID whole lockdown and stuff like that, which apparently affected her quite a bit, because she said, and I go into this as I said in a lot of my other videos, but she said, and this is a key element of this whole album, she said that with all the isolation and injustice over the past year, I think we're all ready to escape, travel, love, and laugh again. I feel a renaissance emerging, and I want to be a part of nurturing that escape in any way possible. Now, this stems from an interview with Harper's Bazaar from, I think this was August of 2021, so we can already tell the whole theme, and the theme of renaissance as well, her mentioning that, was already prevalent back, last summer, and I guess that's why, it all fits together, the single, the cover art now, the caption to this, the comment she's made, and all of that, so it all really nicely fits together. Now, of course, there's going to be a lot of theories over what this album cover might mean, and again, I want to hear all of your interpretations and theories in the comments down below. That is one of the most interesting things to read through, what everybody thinks about this, and also for other people, not just for me. And maybe we stumbled across a theory that someone has that is very far-fetched, but then actually turns out to be true. That is what I love about people posting their thoughts in the comments. So if you have any idea, what this could mean, please post in the comments. I just can kind of like interpret maybe an element of transcendentalism, like that she's, this very holographic horse, it's very, very eerie, very not in the real world. Maybe that's also what she meant with a place to dream, because a holographic horse usually is nothing that you would see in reality. But anyway, I believe that this does have some meaning and will be connected to the final album in some way or another. Now, Beyoncé has always tried to incorporate a lot of social and political themes in her music as well. Maybe we'll get some of that in here again. And of course, now the question is, moving forward, what else will we get in the rollout for this album? Because it's still a couple of weeks. It's still about 4 weeks that we have until the album actually releases. And in the whole meantime, we still got a track list to go over. We still, with that connected, the features that are supposed to be on here to go over. And those are going to be very essential, because that's, what makes it really interesting to kind of make theories about and just fantasize about what the album could bring. So that all of that is still coming. We'll likely get another single, maybe even 2, because that's just, I don't see any way that Break My Soul can carry the whole way to July 29th, and just, keep the hype going. There's going to be a single release that is likely even going to be bigger than Break My Soul to really bridge the gap in between the dates. So this is it so far. It's Beyoncé Renaissance dropping July 29th. She's, sitting on this horse, this holographic horse. That's the album cover for the Act 1 of this album. Now, also with all the Act 1, and if there's going to be a first part and more coming, all your thoughts on this, do let me know. And any theories you got on this, as I said, about the album cover and even about the music itself, the Break My Soul single, how that might be connected to the theme of the album, all your thoughts on this and all of the crazy stuff you got in your mind about this, please let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.